Yeah, Sway's Japanese was learned via Final Fantasy XI, so she didn't learn how to pronounce words, just read. Yeah, that's fair enough. I say as though I am some master, native Japanese speaker or something.
Hello,
Chances are
hello,
very,
Monk.
chances are very good that that is not the case. And hello, Mog.
We took your name in vain earlier about trying to get advice on whether we should try to date all the birds or yeah, and you need to make friends with all the birds in the first term.
And you, madam, are engaging in even more racism. They're not all pigeons, even though it is the pigeonation. All right, with the two individuals I was expecting to come in, I will go ahead and start us off.
Saint Pigeon Nations, even. Well, maybe we should come up with a better name too.
Not going with the random Hyoko, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Chances are very good she's going to die anyway, so. Then dedicate your attention to one once the Hawk faction has decided to let you live.
Ah, okay.
Well, okay, we will do our best.
See, I'm kind of disappointed it was the Hawk faction because I was so tempted to pronounce it Hulk after Dragon Age 2.
Even the birdiest of birds, I still can't get it. Oh, you were saying?
But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed you weren't murdered by crows. Speaking of Dragon Age.
Also, be sure to let us know how the sound balancing is, because we kind of fiddled with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we brought it back to where it was last time, but Japan's know the world's.
St. Pigeonation School for Gifted Birds. Gifted fledglings, that would be it. Good. Sounds
okay.
good.
Apparently that's why she was a... Yeah, I think a little bit more about this. I think that's the real reason why she made it to Pigeonations. She clearly got a letter of recommendation from the fact she's been friends with birds for forever.
I do have to say...
One of those bird fanciers.
I still wish that they had kept the eye color correct to the bird in question.
Right.
Starvation looms.
Oh, we have to give the bell that time. Yeah, we have the volume turned up a little bit on our end compared to last time. Yeah, speaking of the sound and everything, it's like, yeah, when we uploaded this, it's like most of it went through just fine on YouTube, but they had a copyright claim on like the festival music, and it was by apparently they got it from the Japanese equivalent to what's his name, like Kevin MacLeod's, like the music thing. Except of course not obviously not royalty free if they made a copyright strike on it. We had some generic digital music site and they put a strike on it. Sway asked, are we a bird too or a human?
You are the only human in
Yes.
the entire class. Now, actually, Sway, I'm not sure about you, but the rest of us are all human. So.
Well, Mock clearly a cat,
Oh, that's true. Which makes us really dodgy.
Oh gosh.
Kazuaki.
All right, you have to click it multiple times because he's falling asleep.
Right.
Yeah. Start to remember the bird gimmicks.
Hey there,
now.
Phoenix.
Speaking of birds, hey Phoenix.
So, yes, we've got, 2 humans, 1 cat, 1 phoenix, and 1 unknown. Actually, yeah, Taru, technically. So,
That's true,
yeah.
that's true.
This quail is Nanaki Kazuaki.
I don't am a little tired today. I'm sitting a little further back from the screen, so when I blinked, it looked like it said sociopathic.
And Sway, no, you get the impression that Kazuyaki, rather,
Right.
is kind of sleepwalking through Clash.
He's
I
a
would
bird
say.
brain.
It is Kazuaki.
Yeah.
So they added the Y there. So somebody got a translation here wrong somewhere. See, the fault wasn't mine. It's not what our quail looked like when we had quail.
It was also different kinds of quail.
Also, do keep in mind, those of you in the chat, to be thinking about, after the first year, which one of the birds you would want to pursue, because apparently the stat system is important for that.
Yeah, that's
So-
that's the only thing that really matters.
So we
for it.
want to start gunning for stats for whichever bird we're going to be going for.
Right. But yeah,
Again, words I never thought I'd be saying.
yeah, we had to be nice to everybody, the first year, and then try not to die.
We'll turn into kulaks and dissenters.
I've never heard anybody in high school use kulak, but and yeah, this is the French bird is the one we went after last time.
Shirogane La Belle Sakuya.
I forgot what he actually looked like.
Yeah,
That's pretty amazing.
Any birdie proud.
And yeah, normally, while Ben is playing, I'm the chatty one, but I may not be as much this time because, coming out he had a sore throat, and I hope I'm not coming down with a cold or anything. It might just be the fact we had D&D yesterday, and I'm all talked out, but...
Well, that said, you've been chatting a fair bit so far. So.
Yeah. I do the best I can. Exactly, Moggy, the racist French pigeon.
Yes.
Remember him well. So maybe not him again. But then again, you can skip through the dialogue a little bit faster. Most of them have already seen it, so
Well, I'm trying to keep it relatively even. Because last time I would sometimes go too fast or too slow.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it at a keel.
It sounds good.
At least when I'm not being distracted.
They're everywhere in America. That's true. It could be good to see the weather swing. Yeah, I don't know how it is the rest of wherever the listener is in your part of the world, but here in the Midwest it's been pretty cold the last couple of days. It's in the teens out there, teens Fahrenheit out there right now.
Hurry up and return them already.
Wait a minute, what's she doing with library books? And this is like her first day.
This is her second term.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yep. For those of you who don't know the Japanese school system, the first number of your class is the year you're in.
Uh-huh.
So being in 2-3, this is her second year.
I didn't
Class
know,
3.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That explains a lot, actually. Yeah.
And also that, a sophomore.
Sophomore, right?
Even though technically there are only 3 years per school, I believe.
I guess you would just skip junior and go straight to
Senior.
Senior, yeah, freshman, sophomore, senior. That's probably how you translate that.
Fujishiro Nageki. Freshman.
Name,
The eternal freshman, I'm sure.
name, rank, service number. Yeah, you'd think that allergies wouldn't be a problem in wintertime, Sway, but yeah, it's not been great. I guess there's different kinds of there are different kinds of allergies. It's not just pollen and grass and everything.
I can only imagine him with like the feathers actually being ruffled, which for a fantail like that is a hilarious mental image, I must say. Half-breeds.
Yep, racist pigeon.
French racist pigeon, the worst kind.
What was done, I wonder?
I think I just overheard something juicy.
I could go for some chicken right about now.
Sakazaki Yuya is Sakuya's brother?
And right, dust allergies, it would definitely do it. Always amused when you see like the screen bump and stuff like that.
Right.
Speaking of that, reminds me, we were playing Crypt of the Necrodancer last time, and I've been trying to use the shadow play feature to basically capture the corner of the screen and use the pan crop to make that the entire video. And when the screen bounces around and stuff like that, it kind of a little bit obnoxious. There's also this game actually has a little bit of a couple pixel border, I guess, to make room for stuff like that.
There could be. Single poppy in a field of rye.
Aristocrat wannabe.
He is an aristocrat, actually.
I think remember, yeah, that coming up next.
He is. A noble bird. A twisty business. I do love the dialogue in this one.
Right.
It can be a little bit silly, but
well, it's a very silly game.
right. Stay safe, everyone. I'll try if the Hawk faction doesn't kill me.
Right, infirmary. They do kind of introduce you to all the birds.
Right.
Nobody's here.
And yeah, I do like that bottle of poison in there too.
Right. Maybe he's secretly part of the Hawk faction. Right, it's not so secretly if you can see it right in there.
Right.
Bird drugs.
I still can't get over how chuffy that partridge is. He even has the squinty evil eyes. That's amazing.
Right. Yeah,
He's rather creepy in person. Yeah, I bet. I like his glasses though.
Yeah. So red frames.
Yeah.
Ninja Doctor. Yeah, I actually tried. I guess I tried. I did read some of Dr. McNinja, the webcomic back in the day, and it just got really dark. I ended up dropping it, which happens a lot apparently. It's like I never read this one, but this kind of infamous one for what was it? Cerebus the Aardvark, I think was the name of it. And apparently it was kind of infamous, for the exact same thing. It starts off kind of, kind of funny and light and everything.
Lux asks, are there any boobies in this dating sim game? Preferably the blue-footed variety. Unfortunately, Lorax, I don't think so. This is a game for girls who are... I was about to finish that sentence and realized there's no good way to finish that sentence. So, no, there are none, unfortunately.
If you are bird sexual and don't know it, this is the game for you.
That is true. Mog did mention that there is the I think Holiday Wish, Holiday Star, something like that, the expansion for it,
right.
which I do not has.
Right.
But actually, if I remember correctly, I don't think they added in too many new characters.
Bird watching, I get it.
Yep. Which I can only imagine in a school of birds sounds really creepy. Like, what school would actually say they have people watching as a club?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Because I made the joke last time. That's basically, I'm sure that's just an analog for a camera club, which has never been a thing in any of the schools I've ever gone to. But
that's true. I don't think we ever befriended San at all.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we never did anything with them.
And I don't think we did a whole lot for Creepy Doctor either.
No.
Or, although we did do something for for the not racist French
Right.
pigeon. So we'll just have to kind of keep in mind who we've managed to. Oko-san. A fantail pigeon? No.
And actually a bird, apparently.
Yep.
It's like it's like if you're playing.
Especially when there's only one human on the planet. Exactly right.
It's like if you're playing, D&D or whatever, and use like something that reveals the true form of a doppelganger or a werewolf, and it is that creature.
Right.
It's like, yeah, now reveal your true form, and he's still a doppelganger.
Right.
So,
Yes, that was the joke, Sway.
Yeah.
That is a type of bird.
yeah, Sway and when Mog was streaming the Witcher games, because of course there was lots of fan service in there. She would, of course, cover the namesake with pictures of tits and boobies.
Right. And yes, the human picture is still a pigeon, but a pigeon in a business suit.
Mhm.
So that is the important thing.
Was it supposed to be a business suit, or was it just a fancy uniform?
It looked like a business suit to me. He had the tie and the jacket.
That's true, but I think they were wearing ties for the normal school uniform.
It's possible.
Shags are also a type of bird. I did not know shag was a type of bird. Oh dear.
And for the tongue-in-cheek question, what do you call multiple shags? I'm just leaving that joke right there.
I'm saying carpeting.
Oh yes, the first question is coming up as to which team we should join.
Oh yeah. I think we went pretty much dedicated for French bird.
Right.
So we went to
And that kind of blew up in our face.
yeah. So we picked student council from right.
Right. Yeah, there's track team, student council, and something else. Nepotism, ho! But yes, do start thinking about which team you want us to join, because that will probably matter even into other years. I don't know for certain, but I would imagine so. Oh, and Lorax, since you weren't here, also be thinking, again, for the really odd thing you wouldn't expect the question to be asked, which bird we should be going after, because that actually matters for stat points and things like that.
I wonder.
Join the
Okay.
student council, track team, or library staff. Since we haven't seen our stats, I will go ahead and let everybody know that the thing about this character is that she has absurdly good physical stats, and she is dumb as a box of rocks, despite knowing what kulaks are. Go figure.
Yep. And yeah, we can do student council again. That is the one we picked last time, or we could tread uncharted ground. So yeah, let us know what you want to see.
Wayne's talking really quietly, as though he's ashamed to be asking such questions.
Well,
Sure. Mox says go with track team. Oh, Lorax is a bird racist too. All these birds look the same to him.
there's too many.
Oof.
There are too many white birds. That's the problem.
That's true. We need more birds of color.
Right. Yeah, there's the stats. Yeah. A 10. Oh, we did just join the track team. We should probably go to gym.
True.
Yeah, I guess we'll probably want to balance these out early on, just so we will be able to pick whichever one whenever we zero in on one, be able to try to max it out.
I don't think you can mix things in.
Well, no, but once we decide on it, we can spread the stats out until people decide on which bird, and then we'll pick the one that goes with them.
Ah, fair enough.
That's what I was thinking.
And there's that Wisdom 1 going in.
Yeah. One of them's gray, and then the partridge is kind of green.
Yeah.
I need to go sign up.
I wonder if Oko-san's having a fit again.
Hmm.
Faster bird the world has never known.
Fair enough. You should probably be a falcon then. You know, if they're going to play up that angle.
I don't think they have any predatory birds in this.
That's true, except for the ones that kill you. Yeah, good point. Exactly, Mog. I was thinking the same thing, but that would go do the different classes a bit and then build the other stats. Thing is, yeah,
Track isn't daisy chain making, Missy.
so I guess I could completely ignore, Jim because their stats are already so high at it that just focus on the other two.
Huh.
That's an interesting one. What do you think?
Long distance or sprint? My immediate thought would be that long distance would be our benefit because he's fast, but as a hunter-gatherer, surely we have a lot of energy to burn. On the other hand, we have longer strides, so sprinting might do better.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm tempted to phone a friend. Oh, Mog says long distance. Alright, we concur, so hopefully this will work.
You got guts.
Yeah, Mog has the same thought that we have.
To our advantage, being a human and all.
Mark, get set, go! He can't even fly this fast.
I mentioned D&D earlier, but it is pretty funny to, see entries for monsters that have like a fly speed of 80 and then like a ground speed of 5 or something.
Right.
Who does could run like that?
Of course, I would have liked it if he had been like an ostrich or something, but all of them have to be kawaii. So
right.
They have to be something can fit in your hand.
I hope they explain that why we're living in a cave.
They will.
Okay.
I know I've mentioned in the previous stream, but there is more to this world than meets the eye.
Right.
So.
I figure with the hunter-gatherer and everything that she's actually a cave woman of some kind.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. It's not as... the fact that she has an iPhone is just something that's kind of...
Okay. So we're... Oh, good. We didn't need to talk to Oka-san. So which of the 4 should we speak to?
Yeah, remember
not San, because we've already won some points with him, and we will be with more things. So Kazuaki, Sakuya, or Ryuta?
Yeah, we do need to sweat her affections,
That's the
love
goal,
all the
anyway.
birds.
Although, if memory serves, I had thought that the thing that they had said was that I hadn't formed any bonds with any of the birds. So, we shall see. For now, we'll spread it around, so either Ryuta, Sakuya, or Kazuaki. I admit, if I was doing more of a serious stream or LP or something, I would try to have like different overlays, so I could click them and have the human version superimposed over them.
Yeah.
So people could kind of remember what they looked like.
Yeah, I completely forgot what...
True, Ryuta is our birdie pal. Let's hang out with our bird.
Sakuya, I completely forgot what he looked like, when the picture came back up.
Kazuaki is our teacher.
Oh, that is the teacher. Okay, yeah, Sakuya is his French bird, right?
Yes.
And then Yuya is his brother.
Right.
Right. Remember last time we had...
It's Keller Me.
Yeah, apparently calorie mate, I think is the word. I think is the one. Something like that is a pretty popular, like Japanese diet company. So in like a Persona 4 mixed purity of it, they have calorie something, but yeah.
Aw, he is such a bro. His cooking is so good. We can save the calorie mate in case of survival situation.
Guess what is calorie mate? Branded nutritional energy bar and gel foods.
Oh, so it is actually like a bar. Ah,
It is an energy company, energy brand.
I see. So it's almost like granola. Or same general idea.
Pharmaceutical company, wow.
Huh.
Yeah, bar-shaped cookies.
Cheese-flavored block.
Somewhat like shortbread.
Huh.
Oh yeah, and then I think...
So it's just like a block of bread with flavor on it.
I think Rise was advertising that you could get an edited version.
Huh. Good to know. Yeah, I agree, Mog. Maybe doing an overlay with the names and what they do, or things like that.
Next time we stream this, I might go ahead and...
Even our hunter-gatherer isn't going to eat the birds. Not when they fight back.
Right. I think what we can do, actually, is I can grab the screenshots and stuff like that, go ahead and put them on Teams, because I think that shows up properly transparent in OBS, and just have those as options in our scene, and then just turn them on whenever this thing comes up, so you can still stream and still do that. Because usually it's like the choices are in the middle of the screen, so you can put them in the top right or something.
Of course, I find it kind of funny that this means that we may go to the sports festival and not be part of the track team. Weird.
What are you going to do?
Somebody has to.
Yeah, I guess he won the long distance run.
Oh yeah, he smoked us.
Right. Well, they could do that silly human pyramid thing where you get everybody up, try to knock off the person on their shoulders.
The birdie pyramid. Somehow I just can't imagine that working.
I remember last time when this came up, Mog and I were talking about Owen Don and the male cheerleading and stuff like that. And yeah, it's like I've seen some videos on that, and yeah, it's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah. And yeah, Mog says it's probably like a school sports day. Everybody has to go, even if they hate sports.
Right. Yeah, I took PE for my 9th grade elective just to get out of the way, and then never did it again. But it's kind of funny now that I'm into working out and martial arts and stuff. It's like, but at the time I hated ever going outside or doing anything.
Well, to be fair, with the way at least my PE class was, I kind of had to get over that to get back into wanting to exercise. So. And yes, do be thinking also about what event we should be doing for a sports festival. Because we can do any of these 3. We can also go to the medical tent.
Yeah,
we can also run to the library.
Right. I'll have to think about it.
So we will eventually have to befriend the library bird, even though there's no possible... whatever.
Oh.
It's like, the library person is... Well, I guess he's a first year and the other, and Yuya is an upperclassman, so I guess class rank doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, and today's the sports festival.
I never did make up her mind. Alright, which one are we going to?
3-legged race, marathon, cheerleaders, first aid tent, or library. Or basically, be a 3-legged cheerleader. Oh wow, Mog says that in British schools, PE is mandatory all the way to the end of 5th year. Or year 12, the new numbers. Yeah. The new math.
Wow.
Yeah, 3-legged race is Ryuta, marathon is Okusan, so we're not doing either of those 2. So we can do cheerleaders for racist bird, we can go to the first aid tent for creepy doctor, or library for the quiet morning dove.
Although it's I'm not surprised that that's the case. Why you all are thinking about which one to vote for. As Mom mentioned that, it's like, yeah, I can kind of understand why the UK wants to do that, because a couple of years ago they actually displaced us as the most obese country, and it's like, yeah, you really have to encourage students to be, or encourage your kids to be active, otherwise it's... We joke about sitting inside playing video games and being on Facebook all day, but no, kids do, yeah. Like I was also hearing this thing on the radio about like some negative health trends for the new technology, and it was like some kids were actually showing up with the what's the not scoliosis, I think, but it's the when we get the S shape, we got the hunchback thing.
That is scoliosis.
Yeah, it's scoliosis. Yeah, where people would just be, shoulders hunched, look, crouched over their phone the whole time, and yeah.
Lorax, as a bird racist, feels that he is of a feather with the other bird racist, and recommends the cheerleaders.
But we haven't hung up with him yet.
Yeah.
And we actually didn't do cheerleader last time, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think we went with the medical tent.
Yeah. There's something of a crowd.
A brass band!
And that she just explaining.
So under the chaining of the guard at Buckingham Palace.
Speaking of the UK, she explained that the high school in the UK actually ends when you're 15 or 16, and up to you if you continue. Yeah, they tend to keep you in until 17 or 18 here. 12 years of school, 13 including kindergarten.
Yes. Wayne had said that a couple of years back, the UK displaced the US in obesity.
Yeah.
Proportionately speaking, of course.
Right. Yeah, the US still has the most fat people, but the UK has the UK has as the worst fat people. I think is how that came out.
Although I think now Mexico is either jostling with us or supplanted us.
Right.
Which, darn it, America is the biggest nation. We need to keep
literal, right?
Shouldn't cheerleaders be students? Also, I'm loving how the brass band sounds.
Yeah, and of course you have to take the whole obesity thing with a grain of salt. It's like, I'm registered as obese, even though maybe about 15, 20 pounds overweight because I work out so much, so my muscles are huge.
Laughing stock of the playground.
Le Bell.
The Bell style conducting. I can only imagine him waving his tail in time with the music or something.
Right.
The midterm exam.
I don't think I did too well.
Tosaka!
Yeah, not too bad. Putting that wisdom one to work.
Nope. Sorry, you did badly. See, with a grain of salt, more like a dump truck full because they're fat.
Because they're fat. Your mom. So.
Aw, we disappointed teacher. Sensei! Ouch!
Oh,
that tells somebody that they're really fat. Mog explains that if someone's too fat for the human MRI at the local hospital, they send them down to the equine hospital.
The fact you need that is just... Oh.
We're not going to say anything about your weight. Now get in the stall. It's like, holy cow.
Lunch will be in the trough.
What would you like in your feed bag, madam? Sheesh.
I have to say, I think the bird fancier theory is right, because I've never thought to try to smell a bird. Welcome back, Sway.
Welcome back.
Oh, right, this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I looked it up and I forgot what was going on with that whole Brian
Digen.
Yeah. Speaking of the UK, Sway was taking a break to make a cup of tea. I wonder if the bird trends of intelligence are still the same way they are in the real world, with the corvids being the smartest and gradually on down. Like chickens not really really the equivalent of not being able to tie their shoelaces.
Right.
Try breaking the fourth wall, mon ami.
I do love how Wayne actually did that.
Yeah. I didn't have an iPhone 4S to Google with it. But...
You there, human, go Google. Patient list. Dolphin, read from Mrs. Smith, red desert orchid. Man, I remember back in the for the noir radio plays, they actually would have horse racing being a major plot point, and some of the names there were just hilarious.
Right. Feels like she's shiny.
What should she do during break? Go to the store, infirmary, or cafeteria? I'm assuming that infirmary would get us to Creepy Doctor.
Right.
I'm not sure where the other two would send us.
Yeah. Vote early, vote often, folks.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of voting early and voting often, if you haven't voted in the poll, do so. It closes on Monday.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yes.
I'll probably keep it open until like a couple hours before we stream on Tuesday.
Because we like getting it right down to the wire.
Well, that and the fact that none of them take any. We're prepped to go for all of them, so it doesn't really matter much.
I suppose so. All of you can imagine us as having the things just lined out, and whichever one is there at the very moment is the one we grab and use. Man, I wish they would give at least a little bit of a hint about which one you would probably find there.
Right.
But again, this is the visual novel style, so that you're expected to just save scum it a little bit.
Exactly.
But that's for people who actually want to max out their relationship ratings with the birds. We're just here to have fun and hopefully not die. Yep, and Mog links it. It is pigeonblog.wordpress.com.
Brian Pigeon Blog. Oh, cafeteria, because we've been talking about it. Yep, fair enough.
Cafeteria because obesity.
I mean, and all jokes aside, it's like when people talk about being careful about feeding birds in public places.
Half-dead fried rice.
Yum. Anyway, but yeah, it's like, there's lots of stories about how, like, a lot of birds, especially, the dumber ones, will just go ahead and gorge themselves. And it's like, yeah, you actually have, like, birds eating rice at weddings. The reason why most of them don't actually do actual rice anymore would just eat it so much that as they start digesting it, it would explode,
Rage voltage. He's going to use his super meter at any moment.
Yeah, that's got a flashback to Voltage Fighter Gaokaiser. That's probably one of the worst of the anime fighting game binge of the... Or not binge isn't right, but I guess surge of the 90s.
Alright, let him... leave it to me or let him go?
Yeah. You would think a human would be able to hold a bird back pretty well, but then again... Yeah.
Well, the question is, are we going to help Ryuj restrain Uko-san? Or are we going to encourage San to continue his rage? What better way to celebrate a wedding than exploding birds?
Yeah. Heck yeah, that's how I'd want mine to be celebrated. Fireworks and death, yeah.
And for the obligatory bachelor joke, the birds may be stupid enough to explode, but they're not stupid enough to get married. Oh! Sorry.
It's pretty funny, actually.
I do have to say that, if I had been thinking, I think I would have tried to turn down the Twitch delay. But
for this one?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, if it was back to the usual tricks, like Sway wouldn't be able to vote at all because it would just be buffering hell for her.
True. So frustrating.
Yeah.
If only we could just... Nah, whatever.
If it would be easier to arrange, I would try to...
Actually, wait a minute. Would it be faster to post the what we can vote for in the chat, and would that come out faster than the video would?
It depends on how fast you type, but the delay is about 30 seconds, and the rest of this is folks not answering immediately, doing the things while watching and stuff like that.
Right.
And it varies too. Like, the delay's gonna be a little bit worse for Mog because because of ping, but not a huge.
What, you're saying it takes longer for the signal to get to the UK
and back?
And back?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm always amused, like in Dragon Ball Z, where they explain that Goku can use the instant transmission to travel the speed of light, and he sort of crosses the galaxy instantly. It's like, yeah, that's not how that works. It's like it takes 8 minutes just from light to get to the sun, from the Earth to the sun, or the other way around.
Yeah, I remember too. There was a. What are the options for? Basically, Ryuta is Oko-san has been freaking out because there has been a pudding disaster, and his rage voltage is increasing. Ryuta is trying to restrain him to keep him from freaking out. Our question is, do we want to help Ryuta restrain him, or do we want to tell Ryuta to let Oko-san go?
And if you've forgotten, Kosan is a bird who looks like a bird in the quote-unquote real world.
But yeah, I will never forget, there was one really stupid Flash comic where basically the thing was he got into a race with somebody, and they had a literally instantaneous means of transmission.
Right.
Like, absolutely instantaneous. And yet the Flash not only beat them all the way to Earth, but had enough time to set, like, every radio signal on Earth to a certain frequency.
Right.
To save people. It's like, that is really stupid comic book physics.
Right. Yeah, unless they're going to say, like, the Flash can go so fast as to go back in time or something.
Restrained, because dating sims need some BDSM.
Oh,
right?
So it's going to be that kind of relationship.
My hunter-gatherer of blood boils! Arrgh!
How'd that go again?
The Beast Queen shows for true colors. Pull out! Pull out! Like a rabbit from a catapult. She has some of the best turns of phrases, I have to say. Like, I've never imagined a rabbit being launched from a catapult, but
now I do.
Thanks, Yoko.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for.
Alright, next elective day. And yeah, we guess alternate method music, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need Jim with how high the stats are.
Sing solos.
There's him again.
His voice is beautiful.
Ain't no rule says that you can't be a sportsy type and still be a good singer.
Today is Tanabata.
Another one of those weird Japanese special events that. Hey, birdie. Oh.
Aw, so his browser froze.
Yeah.
Well, as usual, refresh it and let's see if that helps. Fingers crossed.
It might not hurt.
And
it might not hurt to try another browser too.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't play nicely. Huh. I guess that'd be Sans. Oh, it's a blank one. Okay. The last time I think we picked Conquer the World, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's pick one of the other two.
Welcome back. So yeah, should we rule the world from the shadows or become a famous artist?
I just noticed now that the Calvary thing on Wikipedia the article has multiple issues. Artist it is, it looks like.
Famous artist. Sway froze back when we were talking about fat people and a horse MRI. Oh boy. Well, you got the fun stuff. Alright, famous artist it is. His work is known the world over.
Sway. Mog, rides horses, and she was the one I mentioned that was on vacation a while back for horse riding. Yeah, that's a good question, Mog. Have you seen somebody get loaded into the horse MRI? And while you think about that,
yeah, should we accept Kazuaki's kind offer to escort us home or no? Alright, Mog is quick on the trigger.
I was saying yes about my question about somebody being loaded into the horse trough.
Well, I'll take it anyway.
Right. Yes and yes. That's her. Yeah, that's her swipe. Yeah, so that's the one who LP'd Venetica. Yeah. Very rustic.
Aw, Monk says it's probably an urban legend.
Oh, okay.
That's a shame, because I actually am tremendously amused at the mental image.
Hollow sounding farewell.
Or was it just her imagination?
Now just a sound echoing off the cave walls. So how did she recharge her iPhone?
Who said she had an iPhone?
Well, when she died, it was in her possessions. It is a great mental image, right? Exactly.
To math we go.
Yes.
How will integral calculus help us in life?
I'm glad this came up because
Hard to say. It might never help you at all.
because you're dumb.
Educational candy.
So, but yeah, it's.
I'm not prepared to accept this.
I was firmly in the camp that was like, advanced math is worthless and you'll never ever use it and everything. So I didn't bother studying it. I forgot, pretty much all of it when I got done. Like the only class I ever got a C in high school. Well, I did get 1 year. I got a C in composition because the teacher hated me. But was the like pre-calculus math concepts class. And now I'm a game designer, and I really kick myself for never learning statistics. so never write something off, about that kind of thing. Too badly.
Well, at least we didn't do worse than last time. No.
I wonder if you don't get points with him unless you've been studying. I wonder if there's going to be kind of like in the Persona games, where you really want to pump your academics early on, and then that's just Swipe talking about her issues in Venetica.
It's summer now.
Because as I understand it, the game is pretty much all issues. So. Not angry.
The floor is covered in beans.
You'll explode. Huh.
Stockpile these nutritional balance supplements, eating them all at once.
Give him a calorie mate, make it worse.
Huh. That's a good question.
This is a tough one. Right?
Should we scold San for, eating all of his beans, or should we just start eating them ourselves? Because he can't eat them if they're in our stomach.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one you'd pick to get points with them. I guess the obvious one, join in would be the more direct one.
Yeah.
So he wants to join in.
Joining in it is.
They look pretty good.
And so we devour 2 months worth of dietary supplements in one day.
The end. It's easy to get fat and lazy during summer vacation.
Especially if you've eaten 2 months of supplements.
Oh, this is the one where she... Okay, I guess it is a little bit different. Or is this the one where she ends up hanging out with, what's her name, on the motorcycle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the same thing.
Right. A true running girl's way to start vacation. Yeah, people do talk about like exercise, giving you endorphins and the whole workout high and stuff like that, but it's that's something.
Paleolithic homing instinct.
I think that was a line that made me just visualize you playing as Ayla trying to hook up with birds.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen that picture before of the ruined buildings. Yeah, that was a pretty funny one. You knock down the skyscraper. meet our first Pokemon.
I have to admit, one British friend of mine sent me a stuffed puffin that actually had a thing you could squeeze to make it sound like a puffin. But apparently it had either gotten jostled in delivery or got broken or something, or I squeezed it too hard, because it gave one mournful cry and then it never spoke again. And so when I told her about that, it's like, all I wanted to do was escape to America. Isn't just any birdie.
A Snooped Sparrow?
It's Moped Sparrow.
Oh, Moped Sparrow.
Yeah.
Oh, it did have good piercing music, too.
She's got her own theme music.
Yeah, the cut of your jib.
jib.
The cut of your jib is beyond reproach. The intimidating sparrow. This chick, cracks me up.
Homia's.
And then, of course, and we died not too long after this, if I remember right, so it all kind of,
Yeah, we've got about, I think, 2 or 3 more.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a 2-hour drive because the Sparrow refuses to
go fast at all. Carve it into your soul. We're fine like this.
I never thought about that being an issue for braking in time and stuff like that. But I guess it kind of makes sense. You have a lot more.
Yeah, it's just simple momentum,
right?
And inertia.
It's okay. You kind of think about. You kind of don't think too much about how much extra weight people have. When you pile a whole family in a car. But I remember when I was driving for Uber last year, for New Year's, I picked up a couple, like a driver and his friends. We had 6 people in the car. Him and a bunch.
And are we going to get a job or forget it?
Forget it. And yeah, they ended up getting in there, so the suspension actually sunk and almost hit the ground. Because of how much weight there was on the floor of that car. It's like, yeah, you don't think about it, but people weigh a fair bit.
Yeah, my thought is, from if I were to get a scooter again, basically, if I had another person like me on there, that basically would be the equivalent of putting another scooter on it.
Right.
So yeah, people weigh a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of have to take that into account.
Right. So yours weighed about 400 pounds.
200.
Oh, I thought with 2 people, it added up to the scooter.
No, if you add another person,
it's like adding. Yeah, I get it now. Yeah.
When Mog went to see Star Wars, she carried someone pillion.
And
it really messed with the bike's handling. Plus, it kept fidgeting, which didn't help. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, is that on the side, on the behind you? I have never seen that word before. Pillion.
You could have Googled it, though.
Oh, that's true. I got my computer up.
But it is nicer to just ask Mog.
Historical, a woman's light saddle.
Huh.
No,
so she just shoved someone to her saddlebag and moved on.
That's the seat for passenger behind a cyclist.
Ah.
It's like one of those things where there's something kind of romantic about hopping behind or beside somebody on an actual motorcycle. On a scooter, it'd be kind of awkward, I think.
All right, baby, let's go. Yeah, it just doesn't work quite as well. Of course, I'm kind of worried, depending on the scooter, if 2 people riding tandem, I'm not sure how fast it would actually go. Like, right. I'm imagining, okay, we're going uphill, hop off and meet me at the top.
Forget the job.
Forget the job. That's true, because it gives us something with Ryuta, so we've already done that.
It is more the high schooler thing to do.
Whee! When I was in high school, I actually had what was called office internship for the last block of each day for my senior year, And due to the fact that the school was really horrible and didn't actually help me out with getting a office internship, oh, we can invite people. Should we invite? I guess we would want to invite either Nageki or Kazuaki.
Right. Somebody we haven't spent time with yet.
Right. Especially not San, since we've done, I think, or not Ryota, because we've already done 2 with him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, since they didn't actually help me get an internship job, and there weren't a whole lot in the town in question, I basically just went home an extra hour and a half early. It was pretty fantastic, let me tell you. So yes, Nageki or Kazuaki. If we get one more, well, no, we would need 2 more. One for the doctor, one for which of those 2 we didn't go with.
Nageki is the vote.
Yep, Nageki it is.
Yeah, yeah. She said I haven't done anything with him yet, and I was thinking the same thing. So we haven't had any events with him yet.
The depressed freshman who's always in the library. Wow.
I hope that counts. Oh dear. Should we try something with him again if the choice comes up, since we don't have any would that have counted?
I don't
know, yeah.
I didn't hear the little chime though, so I'm guessing it didn't.
Probably not, yeah.
You're just a little bit early. Wow.
I guess. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe might give you this event to make up for not being able to do one previously.
Yep. Do we want to help Mr. Nanaki study in the library, or return to my glorious abode?
It's a freaking cave in the woods.
It is pretty glorious as a cave.
Well,
it is. I think so.
What are you thinking so far, Ben?
I think we're going to be dying, probably. But we might still be able to squeak out a survival.
Right.
Maybe. Hopefully. But I'm thinking, since we are already thinking of going to the library.
Studying. Hey, bear.
Hey, beautiful bear.
We have another person joining the menagerie. We have a Mog, we have a bear, we have a Taru.
We have a Lorax, who speaks for all of the creatures of the forest. All right, to the library.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess you got 2 for the library, and Lorax voted for all of them. So
yeah, fair enough.
Well, actually, no. For Nanaki.
So we're kind of actually split.
Uh-oh. First person to say the next to say pick one of the 2. Nanaki or library. Yeah, yeah. And I have a feeling a vote would be punting all the points away. So I'm kind of glad we're not going for that.
Unless we ran into somebody else on the way, which is possible. Man, I admit, waiting for the Twitch delay and the for responses almost feels like a Mexican standoff. So I don't know who's going to draw first, but unfortunately I know it's not going to be me, so...
You're just going to get shot.
Right. I have nothing to live for!
Library
it is.
Yeah, which in retrospect is probably for the best, because we still have an outstanding vote for depressed library guy.
Yeah, if the ninjas kill us, we'll do it with a walkthrough.
Exactly. I'll probably just skip through it pretty quickly. Say catch up with.
Mostly 3rd years.
Bing. Yep. Intruding on his space. Yeah, I'm not much for crowds either.
Aww.
like if I need to go shopping and I see that like the store is more crowded than usual, I usually just come back later.
Is
Interesting.
Nageki afraid of being bullied or paranoid? Or is he afraid of being... Is he actually being bullied, or is he just paranoid?
Right.
I should rephrase.
Yeah. I have found that asking somebody if they're paranoid is usually a very is a useless question at best and something that could backfire at worst.
Right. Then again, asking somebody if they're being bullied can also kind of not work so well. So still can't believe there are ninja birds that kill you for not making time for enough birds. It's just weird.
Bullied. Let's go.
Bullied.
Bully.
I do find it funny, since you mentioned that actually bully used to be a good word, and then it didn't anymore.
Lork said paranoid, but his favorite Black Sabbath song. I have never heard that one.
Aw. Well, I got the chime, so I think that counted.
Yay. What do you say? Or do?
I didn't pay attention. I was too busy looking over in the chat.
Same here. Yeah, we need to read our bird dating.
Well, you were lambasting me for taking too long, so.
I was watching.
What is this? Fuck.
I was watching Yahtzee and his friend playing through Dark Souls 2, which is kind of funny. Save Gorged, which is
focus.
And they're kind of all right. Second term, yay! And it's kind of interesting, but every now and then they'd end up with it sounds like a pretty serious like bickering between the two of them, and so every time like Ben and I start snipping at each other, it's like, yeah, no, we're just brothers. This is what we do. It is pretty rare. What was this about?
Maybe he was murdered!
For not being a good enough friend to all the birds. Yeah, it's kind of funny how your memory gets, your wires get processed up like that. So I remember that one, and I thought that what that meant was that the Morning Dove, or whatever his name was, Nageki, yeah, had moved out. But it's like, I didn't know that there was just that event because we never talked to him. Plus that, and I just thought that was the same thing. Looks happy though. I wonder if
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I think you only get your stats, right? Yeah. So there really aren't that many events for Maid Cafe. Now I'll try to imagine, like, birds in those and frilly maid dresses. Like that.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's amazing.
Super maid technique. I don't remember this from last time.
Well, no, it's like I'm guessing we did something else instead, or...
Which is kind of a shame, because...
Yeah, I remember that. Dun dun dun.
Ho ho ho.
Their combat data. I remember what we did. Okay.
We're going to side with Shu because we haven't gotten any points
anything with him yet, right? Well, that went over well. This year you want to pick a pigeon.
Oh, so did I actually... Well, this is second term, not second year.
Yeah.
I thought. Or is it? Uh-oh.
Doesn't matter. Like you said, if we end up dying again, we'll just play with a walkthrough. Wow. This guy's kind of terrible. Huh.
So should we drink it, or should we make Oko-san drink it?
Well, first of all, you don't drink steroids typically.
I don't think that those are steroids. It's
What?
something else that he prepared. A term. Oh, it's just over one school year.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, in that case, I guess we managed to squeak past the Hawk team, although I would have expected an event to let us know we're in the clear.
Yeah. Well, I remember this stuff. That's coming up. That's still coming up.
Yeah, one of the last things I remember was the conversation between Kazuaki and Shu.
Right. Exactly. So it's coming up. About one term? Do you mean one turn? I'm sorry. And my brain isn't functioning at its full capacity. I retreat to silliness and puns. Base jibbery.
The lowest form of humor. Actually reminds me of a Donkey Kong stage called Jungle Japes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were saying?
Now, I would say that I still understand why puns are the lowest form of humor when, low comedy's been around even before that. I guess because it's easy,
I would guess that when you're talking like physical comedy and pranks and things like that, drink it. What's the worst that can happen?
She asks.
We're about to find out. But anything to make the doctor get lost. This will probably get us points with the Kosan, unfortunately.
And then she dies.
Oh.
Battle data.
I think it made me smarter.
I mean, I don't know how the rest of you feel, but the last thing I want to do right after drinking something is exercise. At least half an hour, between.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. What?
Nope. So we are dead.
Wow, that's pretty harsh. Same stuff, even.
Yep. Okay, so pull up the guide.
So yeah, what the heck?
Well, we didn't get any points really with Kazuaki, and we might not have gotten any with Nageki either.
Yeah, I mean, like the one.
Oh, and we definitely didn't get any with Yuya either.
Right, and like the one didn't count because we didn't know any of his we didn't know his digits.
Right.
Okay, so